In the last video, we added the stored procedure and view to our database. Along with that, we also created a new model for our view, which is book details from view. Now we have to add this model to our application DbContext so that we can use it. So we'll go to Data, Application DbContext, and right here what we'll do at the end or at the beginning, we'll do prop dbset. We need to call that name. So if we go here, the name is book details from view. And I'll just call this book details from view. Now here we have one issue. If you take a look at this model, there is no primary key there. So if you try to add this in a migration, EF-core will barf saying that hey, there is no primary key. We already know how to fix that. We can use our Fluent API here and we'll say model builder dot entity. We'll select that entity, which is book detail from view, and we'll just write dot has no key. This will make sure that EF-core knows that this table or this model does not have a primary key. But that is not enough. Let's say if we want to add that to the database, now it will try to create a new table for that model. We do not want to create a new table because the class that we have here is mapped for a view. So it's really important to add this other mapping to let the EF-core know that there is already a view for this model. For that, we can just go back to SQL Server and let me copy the exact name. I'll copy this and I'll paste it right here. This method is similar to the toTable method that we saw before, but EF-core does not know how to create the view. So all it will do is it will ignore this model and it won't add anything to the database because we have added this .toView right here. One thing important about the has no key is that EF-core will never track this entity since it does not have a primary key, because of which anything that you retrieve from the view will be a read-only. Because of that, we do not have to worry about using as no tracking or disable the tracking on our view. And even if you explicitly try to set the tracking by using the as tracking, EF-core will simply ignore that.